بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are continuing with our lectures inshallah ta'ala with regard to happy marriage life. What are the secret to happy marriage life? Inshallah, we've discussed about very important aspects of marriage so that our young men inshallah ta'ala, before they get married, they are well equipped to face all the challenges and difficulties and problems with good and enough knowledge to deal with it inshallah ta'ala. And our young women inshallah ta'ala, before they get married, they know the kind of responsibility that they're going to face and how to deal with it inshallah ta'ala. Therefore, part number 25 today, inshallah, what we're going to discuss about is organizing family finances in marriage. Inshallah, it is extremely important. A lot of problems are caused by not being organized, not having plans. Because they say, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Therefore, it is very important. Finances, it is a contributing factor to the break of marriages. Because if you overspend on this and that and luxuries, and then you end up not able to pay your bills, to pay your rent, to pay for the expenses or the requirements of the house where your wife wants this and that, therefore it leads to problems. Therefore, it is very important to have a plan inshallah ta'ala. We will help on how we can plan our finances in marriage inshallah ta'ala. First and foremost, it is very, very important your earning should be halal. You should earn in a halal and a rightful way. No cheating, no stealing, no interest and all these things, because if you do that, it's gonna contribute in destruction of your marriage. Therefore, and once you got the money in a halal way, have a plan in spending in the rightful way. Instead of being extravagant, israf, and spending it just without any plans, you're gonna cause problems and difficulties you're gonna face in your marriages, inshallah. Therefore, it is very important. First and foremost, the first thing to note is that a man in Islam is the one who is responsible for paying the bills in the house, for feeding the woman and the children, clothing them, paying medical bills and all that, while the woman is at home who requires your permission to even leave the house. Therefore, it is extremely important that you fulfill that responsibility as a man. Work very hard. Know that these are the following responsibilities that I have. These are the following bills that I have to pay. Go and work extremely hard and do it. A woman in Islam is not demanded to pay the bills, to contribute, even if she is rich, even if she's got some will from family, death of a family, if she inherited some money, her money is hers. But her contributing and helping, it is out of goodwill. She does not have to. It is a man's responsibility. Therefore, it is very important, both a man and the woman, to know. But when you love one another, when your all things are shared, your all belongings, mine is yours and yours is mine, when you have that kind of attitude, whatever I get, I will help. Whatever you get, you help. And everything, alhamdulillah, it is very nice. But understanding that once you do get, you earn well, alhamdulillah, in a halal way, it is the responsibility of the woman to take care of that money. Not just spending it the way she wants, and before the month finishes, that's it, she's out of the money because she's bought these jewelries and she bought these clothes and she bought these furnitures and everything, while you run out for money to pay the bills and you're going to run into problems, and your marriage will be facing problems. Therefore, and each one should pay according to the means, how they can afford. Do not tell your husband that the neighbor has bought this, has done that. The neighbor takes his family on holidays and they buy this and that. You compare them, comparing yourself to your sister's husband and everything. No, each one should live their life, because we are all individual. Our incomes are individuals. Therefore, لِيُنْفِقْ ذُو سَعَةٍ مِنْ سَعَةِ. Everyone should give according to the means and how much they can afford. Okay? And those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not blessed them with enough should live within their means. That is extremely important. And the Prophet ﷺ hadith reported by Sayyidina Jabir radiyallahu anhu ardah, to show that a man is responsible in looking after their wives in Islam once you married them. The Prophet ﷺ said, ittaqullaha fin nisa. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in looking after your wives. فَإِنَّكُمْ أَخَذْتُمُوهُنَّ بِأَمَانَةِ اللَّهِ. You have acquired them. You have taken them. You have taken them into your life as amana from Allah. As if Allah is telling you, take this and look after for me. So it is amana from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَاسْتَحْلَلْتُمْ فُرُوجَهُنَّ بِكَلِمَةِ اللَّهِ. And the private parts have become halal for you in the name of Allah. It was haram. If you're sleeping with them, committing zina, it is one of the major sins. But once you have done the nikah in the name of Allah, the Sharia has made it halal for you. You can sleep next door neighbor with their wife, with their mothers and fathers, sleeping with their own daughters, getting pregnant and everything. They will be happily telling off to the family members that their daughter is married. Alhamdulillah, she's pregnant now. Alhamdulillah, they'll soon have children. Alhamdulillah, big blessing. So that is with the words of Allah. وَإِنَّ لَكُمْ. The Prophet ﷺ said, it is your right upon your wife أَلَّا يُوَاطِئْنَ فُرُوشَكُمْ أَحَدًا تَكْرَهُونَهُ. Not to bring anyone to your beds, anyone that you do not like. فَإِنْ فَعَلْنَ ذَلِكَ فَضْرِبُوهُنَّ ضَرْبًا غَيْرَ مُبَرِّحٍ. If they were to bring somebody on your beds, therefore they should face minor punishment. وَلَهُنَّ عَلَيْكُمْ. This is where we want. They have the right upon you as men. رِزْقُهُنَّ. They food, inshallah. وَكِسْوَتُهُنَّ. So feeding them, and also clothing them, and also shelter, a place to live, bil ma'ruf, according to how you can afford, inshallah ta'ala. So the next important thing to know, both of you as a man and woman, both couples, that each one of you will get rewards. You as a man, giving whatever you're giving, it is not going to waste. You are going to be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, there is a lot of rewards. It is sadaqah, giving to your family members, to your children and wife. It is the best charity. Therefore, just understand that. And also the woman, by taking care of the money of their husbands, they will be rewarded immensely. Therefore, it is extremely important to work together. The Prophet ﷺ showing us the comparison on when we give for the sake of Allah, said, dinarun anfaqtahu fi sabilillah. Certain amount of money you've given in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then wa dinarun anfaqtahu fi raqabatin. And certain amount of money you've given to free a slave. Wa dinarun tasaddaqta bihi ala miskinin. And certain money you've given to a poor person. Wa dinarun anfaqtahu ala ahlika. And the money that you've given to your families, your family, your children, your wife, أعظمهما أجرا. It is of the highest rewards, the one you've given to your family members, to your children. You've given money to pay the bills, the house, clothing your wife and all that, paying the rent. It has more rewards than الذي أنفقته على أهلك أعظمهما أجرا, the one which has the most rewards, الذي أنفقته على أهلك, the one that you have given to your family. Therefore, giving to your family is rewardful. Therefore, it is extremely important. Thirdly, to understand al-israfu, extravagance, spending and overspending unnecessarily, awil bukhlu, or being so stingy and tight, does contribute in having problems in your marriage. Therefore, when you are organizing your finances, do not be extremely tight and do not open your hands completely. Therefore, be in the middle. It is extremely important. If you are so stingy, your wife, your people will hate you to an extent that your children are starving, the rent is not paid, the bills are not paid, the fees are not paid for the children's schooling, the medical bills are not paid because you are so tight. Spend on your family, it is a charity. And also, do not be extravagant, that you spend so much. As soon as you get your salary, you spend it in 2-3 days, and then you start begging. You're looking for loans, you're looking for this just to make through the remainder of the month. And remember, Wallahu la yuhibbul musrifin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love those who are extravagant. Therefore, and a woman is responsible in the house in terms of organizing the finances and spending the money correctly. If a man is going and working extremely hard, therefore it is your responsibility to make sure that the money does reach where it's supposed to reach. Number 4, it is very important when you are organizing your finances to take care of the little blessings that you do not even think of them. Just the way you take care of big blessings of Allah, little blessings in terms of savings, it is important when you are taking care of your finances. Do not, for example, overcook, knowing that a lot of food will be left behind and you will end up throwing it in the bins. And also, do not leave lights in all rooms throughout all night while everyone is asleep. Those lights are blessings. Food is a blessing. People are begging. People are digging bins to have food. Therefore, when you do have, alhamdulillah, take care of it. Do not leave air conditioning in the house while you're going out all night and coming later on. Therefore, these little things, if you can recycle certain things, whether it is bags, whether it is other things that you can recycle in the house, do that. Therefore, they say behind every successful man, there is a supportive woman. There is a woman who is strong and shaping that husband, shaping the finances of that husband, making sure that money, whatever they have, they can afford whatever they want, inshallah ta'ala. Sometimes going to restaurants with your children and ordering a lot of food, which a lot of it ends up being thrown in the bin. That is not how a Muslim should live, inshallah. Number 5, when you are organizing your finances within your marriage, it is very, very important to stay away from debts. You as the woman, do not push and put demands on your husband to an extent that all the money that he gets finishes very quickly, and then you want a brand new phone, you want a brand new car, you want a brand new this, brand new that. Do not put a lot of demands. Therefore, it is very, very important, because those debts will come to bite you and cause a lot of problems in the marriage. Therefore, do not go for these big houses where you cannot afford. No, but it is only installment. Take it. Installments, you still have to pay it. Do not go for these big cars where you can have a car reasonable, where you can afford. Live within your means. Buy when you have. If you do not have, do not lend from here, lend from there. It's going to cause you a lot of problems. Therefore, and sometimes you'll end up with that debt and go into the grave with the debt. Who will pay it? Therefore, and if you do not, it does block you going to Jannah. It is extremely important. And when buying, we do have to buy, whether it is food, whether it is clothing and all this. Very important to buy at the right times. When there's offers, 50% offers with this, offers in that, that is the time you should target where your money can buy you more things. Therefore, but sometimes we are pushed in taking debts in our lives. Therefore, take what you can afford to pay back without having challenges and problems within your marriage, without it putting you so much in deep problems. A lot of people end up being in so much debt to an extent, some of them even end up killing themselves, overdosing themselves unnecessarily, and Islam does not allow that. Therefore, and one of the most important things, do not be fooled into going into businesses thinking that I will sell my house and go into that business, because sometimes you'll end up dealing with a conman and you'll take your family out, you'll go and rent a house, that thinking I spent this much money to go and do business with this person. In 2 years we will have so much money, we can buy that house, you get all these beautiful dreams that is going to show you, and then suddenly it disappears with the money, or suddenly you make a big loss, or suddenly you've sold your house, you've put in these cryptocurrencies and all this, and then suddenly it all has shrunk. Therefore, do not do that. It is very important. The Prophet ﷺ's advice is whoever sells a property should buy a property. If you sold a land, use that money to buy a land. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ba'a daran," whoever was to sell a house, وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ ثَمَنَهَا فِي مِثْلِهَا, and if you are not to go and take that money to invest it in a similar thing, لَمْ يُبَارَكْ لَهُ فِيهَا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not bless that business. So money and if you have that come out from the house and buying a land, it does appreciate very quickly. So it is extremely important. And also unnecessary luxuries. Sometimes a man will spend a lot of money unnecessarily, the family together, going on these big luxury holidays and paying using Visa cards, paying using loans and everything, and then it puts you through debts and problems. Just go even within your own town where you can afford, and then sleep peacefully, or save up. When you do have that saving, then go, instead of going, enjoying short period of time and then staying with debt for almost 2 years. That can contribute into having problems in you. And also sometimes with these bad habits that some men or women have, they're going to be smoking a lot or drinking a lot, using drugs, so spending all that money in those things, therefore, and then end up not paying bills, not paying for this, not able to pay for this and that. Therefore, it is big problem. Therefore, when certain important advice, when you're going on how to balance your finances at home, inshallah ta'ala, when you are going to do your shopping, have a shopping list. Very important. Write everything and prioritize everything. Then secondly, when you are going, do have certain amount of budget to go and spend. You're going to buy something, roughly is going to cost us. Do not take every money that you have in your wallets, and then you'll end up spending so much and then putting yourself into unnecessary problems. Therefore, and also the way we've said, choose the time to buy. Do not just buy any time, because certain times it is very expensive. For example, if it is during Eid, if you buy it in the very beginning of the month of Ramadan, it is cheaper than buying 1 or 2 days before Eid. If you want to buy winter clothing, buy it during summer times. There's offers and it is cheaper. If you want to buy summer clothing, buy it during the winter time, it is cheaper. Therefore, do not buy things that you do not need. A lot of time we acquire things, we just go to the market, wow, this is nice, wow, that one is nice. It ends up being in our houses for so long time, and then you say, no, this is out of fashion, throw it away. I've not worn it for 5 years. There's new models now and everything. Therefore, and also do not, while you're trying to organize your finances in your marriage so that you do not face problems in your marriage, do not be fooled by these advertisements. These rich people, these big companies, they use a lot of money to advertise things, because you'll end up buying this. Wow, that is what, wow, the latest watch, wow, the latest mobile phone, wow, this, wow, that, and everything. And then you will not be able to pay those things which are priorities at home. And also when you end up going to the souk, to the market, to supermarket, make sure you're reading dua. Read dua for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put barakah in your money. And also there's a dua that will earn you a lot of rewards when you go to the market. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. You will be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also they say, according to the research, do not go to the market when you are hungry, or when your husband who is going with you is hungry, or when your child who wants to come with you is hungry. You'll end up going to waste time to go to the restaurant just to eat, because you're so hungry, and you'll end up spending a lot of money in there that you did not even intend or plan. Therefore, eat at home, be comfortable, and then go. And inshallah, this is the way we should plan our finances. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us. May Allah bless our houses. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our lives. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.
ربنا انفعنا بما علمتنا رب علمنا الذي ينفعنا رب فقهنا وفقه أهلنا وقرابات لنا في ديننا